is an organizer, and a perfect one for that matter. He doesn't mistake a square peg in a round hole, even though for some it may appear that they may come as a square peg, but with time they adjust to the round hole. My personal journey in this ministry as an organization with Bishop Oyedepo as the visionary is orchestrated, designed, and charted by God. I believe it's an ordination of God that I should not only have covenant relationship with him, but covenant stewardship under him. And it's all about function. While he focuses on driving the vision, God helps me by his privilege working under him to motivate others to follow. He said in one of his narratives that God said to him, follow this man. And that has continued for over 40 years now. Amen. One is divinely orchestrated. Secondly, he chose to obey. God never forces instructions on anyone. Each one makes his choice to obey or disobey. Only I had a clear witness in the spirit that God sent him to me. And that has been proved over time. And finally, we share a lot of common spiritual virtues, such as undying passion for God, yes, tireless passion for things of the kingdom, yes, and a burning passion for souls. The way you have stuck with this incredible man of God called Bishop David Oyedepo, it excites me. I have watched you through the years. I've seen your heart, and God sees your heart. The aura around him inspires me. His simplicity inspires me. His uniqueness inspires me. And of course, his servanthood. I've never seen anyone exemplify it like Bishop David Abioye.
Stewardship is not a calling. It's not a gift. Stewardship is a choice. Emeke koke anota. Choose ye this day whom ye shall serve. Joshua 24:15. Choose ye this day whom ye shall serve. It's not a calling, sir. It's not a gift. No. Stewardship is a choice. Stewardship is a choice. Stewardship is a choice. You were in Baltimore one year and then people were flying over themselves to buy our books. And then the Lord said to me, my son, when I saw you as a faithful vendor, I made you an author. I was carrying against books on my shoulders in a carton to go from place to place to share what I benefit from them with them. And please, you will join me this afternoon and welcome this my die-hard follower, Hassan, ordained to stand by me, I think from the foundation of the world. Now, he has been with me before the mandate was delivered. So he came earlier than the mandate. He must be part of the mandate that God ordained. He's gone with me on motorbike. He's gone ahead with me running to where I'm coming to let them know I'm coming home, not that I'm not coming. And he has partaken of every bit of grace that God has made available to this commission. It's never caused me pain. Oh. Yes, there are people who have not only caused pain. If they have a way of taking my life, they will take it. There are those who, if they have their way, they will take my life. Yes. But this one covenant son never cost me.
So, social media has been sort of, in a way, I don't know. I mean, you must have heard about it. About the Bishop Abioye and Aremu and their senior bishop, the CEO of Winners Chapel. I'm talking about Bishop David Oyedepo. Well, what more can we say? What more can we say? It's sort of sounds undesirable to a lot of people. They believe that both bishops, major bishops, maybe other bishops have been laid off. Let me put that into context. Laid off. Why did I use that word laid off? I'm using this because there was a time a video surfaced where some particular pastors were sacked. Those pastors were the ones in charge of some of these local churches. I mean, in local areas like outskirts. They said they were not bringing in enough money. Is it that they were not winning enough souls, or the income that is coming in, they think, or something has to do with, I think these guys are not remitting enough money. They are spending the money for themselves. They are not viable. So it's about profit. You might be wondering, what is this about? Oyedepo has made it clear, and of course, Abioye, second in charge, said that they care less about heaven and hell or going to heaven and all of that. That is not what they have been instructed to deliver. He said it. I'm not making it up. He said, this is not our business. This is not our calling. Our calling is not to gather people into the thrones of heaven. He said, yes, we believe in it. People preach about it. Yes, we know. What we have been sent to do is simple. Covenant giving, seed that will make you prosper. The question is this: how many billionaires do you have in that church? Do we have billionaires or millionaires like the one that God appointed in this government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, who was unceremoniously kicked out? This lady had testified in church. She had made it appear as if she had given and seed. She was caught in a huge embezzlement, looting. Is that how the covenant giving birthed? Like, is this what it should give birth to? Those are the questions. Now, I do not have problems with funding ministry, and I do not have problems with the call that anyone claim he or she got. Yes, there might be so much talk about prosperity preaching and teachings. The thing is this: it is possible for someone to be given a mandate. It is possible that someone is given a job to do. After all, ministry is work. But anything outside salvation, I don't know what that equals to. I don't know. Yes, some have been given, according to the church, Winners Chapel, the ministry of salvation. When they open their mouth to talk about Christ, hell, heaven, people will cry and struggle out of fear or out of the touch of the Holy Spirit to be born again. While there are some that are not given that duty. Their job is to deliver people from the clutches of darkness. They do deliverance. Some do have the gift of healing. According to Winners Chapel, their own job is to bring people out of poverty into wealth, into riches, as long as you keep to the covenant. And what is the covenant? To bring for every step. It reminds me of what the son of Abioye, which is Oyedepo, said, and his own biological son too, quoting what his own father said. He said this: you know what? If you have a business and for one reason or the other, you are a tithe payer, don't forget that the payment of tithe is supposed to secure your money, your riches. So he came up with this again. If for one reason or the other, which I don't know what reason it is, maybe Winners Chapel can help us with that, you realize that you are losing money, your business is crumbling. According to them, based on what they have been sent to do. Bring the remaining money and everything that you have. Maybe you have to sell or whatever. Bring it into the hands of God. Let it finish in the basket of God. Then you will tell God, God, as you can see, I want my money to finish in your hands, so that you will know that it is in your hands that it finished. You have to enlarge me. Again, the money finished in your hands. Now, to people who have violent faith or practitioners, they might be like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Don't you know? And they will give elaborate testimonies. Now, I'm not telling you that your faith cannot make you whole. Yes, your faith can make you whole. Your faith can do wonders. But God has given you a brain. And the purpose of that brain is not to contradict or to fight any spiritual or supernatural. God has given you a brain. He has a reason for giving you the brain. Carnality is not you thinking appropriately. Because most of them will be like, a carnal mind does not understand the things of God. What you should understand about carnality is what you don't understand. So, back to the reason I didn't do too much talk on the Abioye thing is because we've dealt about it and I've given my opinion. I said, in life, you always have someone who will serve your vision. That is the truth of it. It is not possible that you will fulfill your vision yourself. It's not possible. It's like the president of any country that has that ambition, vision to be president or prime minister. He needs people to get there. Those people will not be with him maybe in the White House or in the prime minister's quarter or like in Nigeria, Aso Villa or presidential villa. You will not be there when he gets in there. That's just the truth of it. Even God said, come, let us create man. It could be that he was informing them, and it could be that he needed them, because that is what they have been created for. There are people that have been created to serve you. That's the truth. They've been created. They came to this world. Their destiny is to fulfill yours. You might also be fulfilling someone else's destiny or purpose. That's the truth of it. As ridiculous, as frightful, as whatever you might want to think of, this thing can sound to you. It is the truth of it. It is the truth of it. You are serving your children. Yes, you are serving your children. So that's how the world is. You cannot say, oh, God forbid, I will not serve anybody. You are going to serve purpose. That's life. We are here to serve regardless. That is what is missing in government in Africa. Politicians are not serving. They are serving themselves. That is why we are having issues. We are meant to serve. So about Aremu and Abioye, whilst they were serving, maybe they did not have they didn't have this exit plan. After all, it's not as if they had the covenant that they are going to RIP with the owner of the church or the founder of the church. So, whilst you're serving, I want to believe that the level they got to, somehow they should have provided for themselves, kind of have this arrangement. But from what I read, I don't think there's going to be any pension for them if they are not serving in the church in a lower status. I read what is available for them if they choose to remain in church. And it is not forever. It will be reviewed every 1 year. Imagine the politics that will come from this. You have been relegated, or you have been taken from the top to the bottom. That's the truth of it. When I looked at the job description that is available for them after the announcement, the mandate. Now, only bishop that God, according to him, gave the vision is allowed to stay there till the end of his life. Every other person, you cannot serve for more than 7 years. Certain jobs, duty in that church, some reviewed after 1 year. Every year, it has to be reviewed. So obviously, Abioye or Aremu, I'm very sure that they are smart, unless their mind is not working as it should, unless they are not ready to take themselves out, unless they don't have the call of God on them, unless they have not been tutored. If they have been tutored, maybe now it's time for them to start their own ministry. It's possible that they might jumpstart it. The thing is this: they have used their strength and everything in that church. When you are told to leave, when you are retired at the age of 63 and 67, you have been used, or you have used yourself. Either way, depends on how you want to process it. Use is use. There's nothing that we need to paint about it. You either present yourself to be used as a vessel. It's simple as ABC. There is no need of us trying to rearrange it and make it appear as if using is using. End of story. We're all using ourselves. That's the truth of it. You are not, saving yourself somewhere. We are all using ourselves. That's the truth. It is about the use. So it's either you use yourself honorably or dishonorably. That's just the difference. Or you use yourself profitably or unprofitable or profitably. So it's that you do, that's it. Profitable or unprofitable. It's as simple as that. So if Aremu and Abioye presented themselves to be used profitably or unprofitable or unprofitably, then it's left for them. The pastor has made it clear all through those years. I believe they have a certain amount of salary that they are paid, and I know that they will not be paid 50,000 naira. I'm kind of suspecting, I don't know, maybe they will be paid 500,000 naira or 250, depending on how the church, the growth of the church will determine all of this. That's what I mean. So I don't know how much they got all through that period, that time, and what that money has been used for. If they have some money somewhere, and I also want to believe that they have their own house of their own. Their own property. And I'm also thinking that Abioye might look and appear like, oh, he has given his time and effort. He's also a smart man. It might be that he has properties. It might be that he has thought about this ahead, like, wait, what if one day this man is about to RIP or something happen between, what will we have to hold on to? We should have our own. Maybe they have properties. You might be looking at them like they are dumb, but they have properties that they have acquired by being a servant in that church. They have acquired. So they know that when push comes to shove, they have something to hand over to their children and they have something to live on. It could be. But if they want to become ministers now, they can. It's just that they have spent all their time and energy to build Winners Chapel. And they've also gotten their own share of fame pastoring under Winners Chapel. So I've listened to commentaries and analysis from different platforms and different people's opinions here and there. I observed that certain people say, oh, they've been used and they have been dumped. Yes, they have been used. The part of being dumped, definitely. You should expect to be dumped. You heard what the pastor said. He said they decided to obey. That could be taken into context or out of context. They decided to obey. He didn't force them. He ended it up in case you don't understand that they were not forced, coerced. It means to an extent, there might have been some discussion like, how is this going to be? Are we going to be kicked off? What are you going to do? Is your name registered as the CEO of the church? No. This is a lesson that nobody will learn. I repeat again, this that has happened is a lesson that many people will not learn. In fact, let me put it that way, not nobody. Many people will not learn from this because there are people that have been structured, created, destined to help you achieve your dreams. Yes, to achieve your purpose. You have been given a purpose, a vision. You have been destined, you have been created. And some people come up with their own. Maybe God did not call Oyedepo, for example. I'm just putting that. Maybe God did not call him. He called himself. Or maybe God called him for a different thing. And he decided to do something else. Or someone called him. And he decided to kind of sidestep and do his own thing. It is all mysterious. It's a mystery. But what you need to understand is that in life, there will be people that will dedicate their time and effort and everything to fulfill your dream. And one thing is this, in this life, there are people who have been given a mandate, a dream, a vision to fulfill in life. But because they are unwilling, or they lost focus, or they allow themselves to be manipulated, that's another thing again. It could be that Abioye was given a vision and a mandate to fulfill, but because he allowed Oyedepo to hijack his dream, making him feel like we can grow this together, he left his own vision and dream. It could have been another big bishop. You see, they gave him the title bishop, so he won't feel low or less, so that they can all move together. And he's not a bishop. Are we going to call Oyedepo Archbishop? So he was given bishop, so he will feel good. Title: Bishop Oyedepo, Bishop Abioye, Bishop Aremu. They felt good. But now, what are you bishop over? They have sacked you. What are you bishop over? Now it is clear to them that they are simply pastors. Simple. They are pastors. They are not bishops. They are pastors of themselves. Now, so as I was saying, it could be that they lost focus. They lost focus. They didn't fulfill their own dream, vision, purpose on earth. They decided to serve someone else's purpose without fulfilling theirs. All the same. Some people might say, hey, is it not the same? No, it's not the same. If God says, go to the north, fulfill destiny there. If you decide to now go to the north to fulfill destiny under someone else's vision, if God said, go and preach salvation, you now went to join someone who maybe has adulterated the call of God or has a vision of prosperity. You now start talking prosperity. Have you fulfilled destiny? No. You are in the north. Yes. Did you fulfill salvation message? No. That's simple as ABC. I don't know what you guys think of this one. I'm trying to touch on all corners. I've read comments and I've also processed it within me as a person. I have realized, like I said in conclusion, that there are people that have been created to serve your vision. Yes, to help you achieve yours. Yes, it's as simple as ABC. Regardless, those people are not leaders. They are not leaders. They can't be leaders. They have been positioned in your life to assist you, to help you, lift you, to make it easier for you to achieve. And there are people who have been given a vision, but because they are unwilling or refuse, or they allow someone else to hijack it, then they got manipulated into serving someone else's vision. About the retirement plan of Aremu and Abioye, well, I don't know. But from what I've seen, it seems that they are done. They're on their own. Simple as ABC.